Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'll show you a zombie horror film named Automaton Transfusion. Spoiler ahead, watch out, and take care. At the beginning of the movie, a mortician is seen preparing the body storage. Outside, the newbie staff is rushing a bloody dead body to the storage room. The staff is rushing to deliver the body since he cannot take the smell anymore. He arrives inside the storage room and vomits a lot. The mortician tells him to get a mop to clean up the mess. While he gets the mop, the mortician takes the body inside the storage. Later, the staff is cleaning the storage room alone. As he is cleaning, he hears banging noises inside the storage. He slowly walks towards it and opens it up. He touches the body to check it. Out of nowhere, the dead body reanimates into a zombie and it grabs him. He screams out of pain as the zombie takes a bite out of his neck. The zombie then grabs him into the body storage, breaking his body in half. The scene then moves into a high school located in the city. The mortician's son, Chris, is flirting with his girlfriend, Jackie, while in class. During the break, the boy named Scott and their friend flirt with the famous girls in school who are also Jackie's friends. A bully boy approaches them and tries to scare them away by talking to his girl. Scott says he can talk to anyone he wants. After Bully leaves, he says he wants to cut Bully's face using a chainsaw. Meanwhile, Chris is having hormone fun in his car with Jackie. While they are embracing, he tells her that he does not want to go to their party later. Apparently, the girls do hate him. She asks him where he will go later. He says he will watch a show in the bar. Later, everyone goes back to their class. During the class discussion, a student feels extremely nauseous. It appears that the nauseous student is affected by the zombie infection. After the class, the zombie student takes a bite from the teacher, possibly wanting to teach him a zombie lesson. The school staff takes the teacher out as he screams out of the biting pain. After that, the zombie student runs out like a wild animal. It keeps growling like a goose as it tries to attack another student. Scott punches the student zombie's face, which puts it to sleep. Before going home, Chris asks Scott and their other friend about their plans to watch the show later. He says they will pick them up early to avoid traffic during rush hours. Jackie arrives and she gives Chris a long kiss. After that, Bully and the girls pick up Jackie since they will prepare for their party later. The party is described to be the biggest social event that year since almost every student attends. Meanwhile, a high school student arrives back at his home. He finds no presence of his mother. But when he walks out of the stairs, he finds his mother's bed full of blood. His mother comes out to flex her zombified figure and takes a bite out of his face. He keeps screaming for help as the mother continues eating his face. It seems at this point that the zombie infection is spreading fast in the city. Chris goes to see his mortician father. He informs his father that he will take the car to attend a show. After he leaves, a zombie walks in and seemingly attacks his father. Chris arrives at Scott's house to pick up Scott and their other friend. The three then drive off to head to the bar. In the meantime, the high schoolers are starting to arrive at Bully and the girls' party. The party place is beginning to be crowded, and the high schoolers are having fun while getting drunk. Since everyone seems to be attending the party, the zombie arrives to have some fun too. They begin to attack the high schoolers outside the party house. As they catch a poor victim, they flock to take a bite out of her juicy flesh. Chris and the friends arrive on the highway. He notices something strange on the highway. He has been driving for 45 minutes, but does not see any car passing by the highway. This alarms Scott, thinking that there should be heavy traffic by now since it is already rush hour. Chris suggests they should just continue driving to the bar and figure it out later. They arrive at the downtown area and cannot see anyone in the streets. The city appears to be a complete ghost town, which is in a mess and completely silent. It seems that the zombie outbreak had turned everyone into zombies. Chris and the friends walk out of the car to investigate. The zombies suddenly reveal their zombified muscles and flock to attack the tree, mistaking it for a juicy human body. The group runs to the bar and immediately closes the door. The horde of zombies tries to knock down the door to reach some sexy babes, but Scott and his friend hold the door to prevent the zombies from coming in. Chris gets a piece of wood from the stool and uses it to seal the door. The friend panics and begins being emotional, so Scott pushes him off, dropping him to the floor. There, a bloody skull sends chilling hormones down his spine. As the situation settles down, the bar guy reveals himself. He points a gun at the three, thinking they are a threat. The three prove themselves to be harmless. The bar guy starts crying like a fat baby as he tells the story about the zombie attack. The group has to figure out their next move to stay safe against the zombie, but not Daniel's CC movie channel. Jackie tries to contact Chris. As she cannot contact him, she starts to worry about her shitty boyfriend. In the middle of the party, a zombie walks inside and inserts its hands into the womb of a pregnant woman. Just then, it grabs the baby inside her and eats the baby alive. The woman is screaming out of terror, while the zombie is enjoying the baby as its meal. In the bar, Chris goes to the washroom to wash his face. A zombie appears inside and it immediately attacks him. The bar guy comes to the rescue and instantly shoots the zombie to death. He tells Chris they need to quickly shoot the zombies in the head so they can send them straight to meet Jesus. Back to the partygoers flock outside of the party house as the zombies attack them. They run in all directions trying to survive the zombie attack. Jackie is still inside the washroom and hears the zombies munching human flesh outside. She takes a peek and finds a horrifying scene. She sees the zombies having a buffet from the flesh of the partygoers. Blood splashes on her, prompting her to scream. Outside, the zombies manage to grab some of the partygoers back, trying to invite them for a zombie Halloween. In the bar, Chris suggests to the rest of the group that they should go back to their car. He says they need to drive away before the zombies come back. Back at the party, Bully and a girl are still enjoying their hormone yoga. Unbeknownst to them, the zombies are eating the partygoers downstairs. A zombie traces their smelly hormones and breaks into the room to stop their yoga session. Bully confronts the zombie, and the zombie throws Bully away like an adult toy. The zombie, however, does not tongue massage the girl, but inserts its hand into her mouth and rips it off in half. The zombie attacks Bully next. Bully is desperate to fight for his bully life, so he grabs a hammer to smash the zombie's head, causing it to die instantly. But as he walks out of the door, a horde of zombies is awaiting his flesh. The zombies grab his badass and proceed to make him their food. In the bar, Chris and the rest of the group walk out of the street. They run to their car while the zombies are flocking toward them. The bar guy stops some of the zombies using his gun, but his bullets are not enough for the number of zombies. The zombies manage to grab him and rip him to pieces. Chris grabs the gun and walks back to the car. He manages to drive away from the place with Scott and their friend. They drive back to Chris's home. Chris walks out of the car to check for his father. He enters his home only to find a trace of his father's blood, implying that his father might be possibly dead. He screams at the top of his chicken lungs as he grieves for his father. Suddenly, his zombified father appears and instantly attacks him. He fights back against it. With all of his strength, he pushes his father to the ground. To finish it off, he pushes its face into a sharp glass, leading to its death. Chris walks back to the car full of blood. He is still emotional and cannot stop himself from crying, possibly because what's left to him by his dead father is only debts, not treasure. Later, Chris and his friends drive to the party house. They find Jackie screaming for help. Scott and his friend hold the door so they can lock it. Just then, Zombie Bully appears inside the party house, prompting them to run away outside. They run to the garage to settle for a while. Chris suggests they should head back to their school since there's a chance that there are survivors inside it. The problem is there are hordes of zombies that will be on their way. The group then prepares weapons to fight back against the zombies. Chris says they must reach the school to seek help. The four charge at the zombies and kill the annoying zombies on their way. A car with a girl inside passes by and they quickly ride it. However, the friend and the girl fall out of the car all the way to the waters, where a zombie swims freestyle to grab the friend. His legs end up being eaten by the zombie, so he has no legs when he swims out of the water. The girl runs away out of terror while the zombies grab the friend away. Chris, Scott, and Jackie hide inside a cabin in the woods. They are already near the school, but Scott is already losing hope. A zombie suddenly grabs. Jackie immediately stands up and beats the zombie using her bat. After that, the three continue running to the school. Elsewhere, the girl running away earlier is wandering around the woods, trying to survive. A survivor grabs her sexy body back and informs her that they cannot stay there since the zombies can smell them. She keeps crying, so he says he can help her to survive. Just then, a zombie grabs the survivor and eats him alive. While he is being eaten, he tells the girl to go to their school janitor. Meanwhile, Chris and the two manage to arrive at the school. They are looking for other survivors, but they just find more dead bodies lying on the floor. Suddenly, the dead bodies reanimate into zombies. The three rush to the stairs and immediately close the stair gate. The girl wanders around until she reaches the school. A zombie tries to attack her, but Scott comes to the rescue. The zombie tries to push him off the building where a horde of hungry zombies is awaiting him. But luckily, the girl pushes the zombie out of the building. Chris then comes to the scene and takes Scott to safety. Scott turns emotional after learning that their friend is already dead. He feels hopeless, and now he thinks that the only way out is to fight back against the zombies. He charges at the zombies with his chainsaw. He cuts the zombies who try to go near him. But soon, the zombies outnumber him, and they manage to eat him alive. Chris tells Jackie and the other girl that they cannot continue to stay there. He says they should continue finding help. A zombie appears out of nowhere. It grabs the girl and throws her away like an adult toy, sending her straight to toy heaven. Chris and Jackie desperately continue to find a way to survive. A soldier appears from the ceiling. They help them to reach safety in a secret room in the school. There, they find their school janitor in a military uniform. He explains to them the cause of the zombie outbreak. It turns out that during 1970, the Americans were concerned about the war in Vietnam. During that time, the military began developing a way to resurrect dead bodies in secret, aiming to create zombies that can think and reason like ChatGPT, so they can control them to fight in the war. But the military faced a problem since the zombies remained uncontrollable. Because of that, the project was stopped. Recently, the project was reopened, and the city facilitated the experiment. It's also revealed that the janitor and Chris's mortician father are part of the military experiment to create zombies. The janitor says the military sets the zombies free, so they can test if they can control the zombies. But their experiment leads to a catastrophe, as it causes the zombie outbreak in the city. Chris asks the janitor for their next step. The janitor replies that Chris's father had invented a serum against the virus infection, and the serum is now stored in the morgue. Jackie blames the soldier for causing the zombie outbreak. The soldier explains that they were doing experiments to save lives, hoping that they do not need to send humans to fight against the war when using the zombie weapons. But later, the military interfered in the experiment, forcing Chris's father to hand over the zombie samples, which led to the outbreak. Chris says that they should go to the morgue to get the serum, but the janitor says it is too risky to get to the morgue. Chris remains stubborn. He leaves the school with Jackie, and they both drive away until they reach the morgue. They search through the morgue and manage to find the serum. A soldier tries to stop them, and they put the soldier to sleep like a pig. More soldiers arrive to arrest them. In response, they run outside the morgue. There, a horde of hungry zombies run toward them, prompting them to go back to the morgue. But they find the door already locked, and they are now surrounded by zombies. In the end, the movie indicates that the story is to be continued, implying that their fight for survival is not yet over. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.